Welcome everybody to my dirty shop. It's a common theme, pretty much dirty all the time. Today, here to tell you about my Mitre Saw. Bought it myself, my own money, and this is 6 years old? Yeah, roughly 6 years old. So the model number is MS1290LZA, and then the model number for the stand, which I don't think they make this one anymore, they make a tubular one now, is AC9944. So I've had this thing for about 6 years. I like it. There are some downfalls, but for the most part it's been a very good saw for me. Like I said, I bought it 6 years ago, my own money, and for stuff around the shop. Occasionally it goes traveling with me in the van, but in order to do that I have to pretty much move half of my van to the other side because of how big this thing is. It is a big saw, it is a heavy saw, so it's not something you want to travel around with a lot. Hence I have over here, I have a little one, a little 10-inch compound miter that I use for smaller jobs like trim and stuff like that. This is for the heavier, bigger jobs like decks and framing houses and all that fun stuff. Belt driven. It has a laser, which I almost never use. I just pretty much put the blade down on my mark and there you go. It goes 65 bevel each way, side to side, and 50 this way. On the new ones, I think they go 70 side to side. I'm not sure if they changed that way. So this one's cool, and I'll do a little tour after of the saw in detail. The one big downfall that I don't like about this saw is the dust collection. What they should have done is had some sort of boot right here, because when you cut a lot of stuff with this, dust goes everywhere. So usually if it's nice out, I'll just open the garage doors, put the saw outside, and I'll cut outside. Just like I do with the table saw. It's easier. I don't have to worry about dust collection. Just the wind takes it away. But I like this saw. I haven't made inserts for this yet. I'm going to. It's on my list of things to do besides my stairs and every other thing that's in there. I like the stand. The newer ones it's more of a tubular stand, so it doesn't have this little platform here. But I like this one. It's a heavy stand though, but it's easy to set up and take down. This saw, belt driven, like I said, it's pretty quiet for the most part. For the most part, it's pretty quiet. 12-inch. It's got a depth stop here that is pretty handy. So if you're doing a lot of repetitive cuts, you can just set your depth stop, and I'll show you that. Let's just bring you over here. So, like I said, so here's your depth stop. It's just a little spring-loaded knob. You just put it to wherever, and then this knob stays wherever you put it. So if you want it right here, for instance, you just tighten it down. It's hard to do on camera. You tighten it down and then it'll stop. Okay, that was a bad example. There we go. So it'll stop right there. So it's good. You can make repetitive cuts without having to worry about anything. Sliders, nice. So there's your miters. Goes to 65. It even comes with a little scale for cutting crown. If you do a lot of crown molding, it comes a little scale, what you have to have for your inside miter, what you have to have for your double. Yeah. Comes a little Allen key, which I almost never use. The bag, it's okay. Like I said, dust collection sucks on this thing. And for the most part, it's a very good saw. To take it down and set it up, it's quite easy. It's very quite easy. You just push these little tabs in, release both sides, and then this thing can slide end to end. Alright, so for instance, if you were doing a long cut with a long piece of lumber, and instead of having these things sag, which they do, you just pull this out if you have the room. And you can use that foot as a support. So that foot will stay down, it won't sag. There's nice little rollers on it so you can roll it. And it's fairly easy to, it took me a while, I don't use it very often. Because I usually don't cut 20-foot things of lumber. So yeah, this just comes out of the leg, and it easily, there's a little pin here. Stick it back in there. And that's it. Goes back in. It's more of a tubular style. So I'm not sure if it has all the same features this one has. The saw is pretty much the same. Other than I think now they do have a hood that comes down for dust collection, which I will find and modify, because that's my biggest complaint about this saw, is dust collection sucks. It goes through everything. The only time I have an issue with power is if I'm going through, like, say, a 6x6 and I'm just pushing it. Then it might stall a little bit and you'll hear the belt slip. But other than that, it goes through anything that I put it through. So in order to put the stand down, and it's kind of cool because it's more of a compact design. It's like my table saw, which will be in a future video. So in order to collapse this stand, there's a little button back here. So you lift up, push the button. Oh, good idea to collapse the saw. Just so. And then you just push down a little bit. It clicks. Come over here. Put it up. And that comes down. Pretty simple. Compact design. You can kind of put it away, which I do, because I don't have a big enough shop to have this thing just hang around. So I usually just leave it like this, put it next to my air compressor and my table saw. It stays out of the way, because I can't dedicate an entire bench wall for my miter saw, which other people have done, and that's great if they have a big enough shop to do it. I don't have a big enough shop to do it. I can't get rid of the space. Like right now, most of the stuff that I have is movable. So this is movable. Even if I need it on a bigger job, I can take this and go. If I didn't have this stand, then I'd be stuck with just the base, and the base is pretty heavy. With the stand, it's at least maneuverable. So that's my take on this. It's been a good saw for me. It is on the heavy side, but most 10-inch saws are on, or 12-inch saws are on the heavy side. It's been great. My only complaint is dust collection, which is something that I can add product. I think it's a very good deal if it comes with a stand. Like I said, this one came with a free stand. I think they only ran this stand for like 2 or 3 years, and then they switched to the tubular design, which I didn't really find. I don't know. For me, I just roll it around, so I don't actually physically pick it up. Like if I'm putting it in my van, I have a couple ramps that I just roll it on the ramps. So I've never picked it off. It's been on this stand since the day I bought it. So it is a Chinese made product, but I've had no issues with it. Other than the stupid little things, I think it's a great value. Would I buy it again? For sure. For sure. If it came with a stand. By itself, like I said, I was going to upgrade and go to the The only difference between this one and the new one, there's dust collection, and I believe the back and forth goes to 70 degrees, which 5 more degrees, big deal. I don't think I've never used it at 65, so whatever. So it's good value. I will be doing a little bit more reviews. There's a few things that are on my list, but I'm also doing my other channel, so it's kind of trying to split time and then trying to get products done, and so I don't know. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Any comments, questions, let me hear them down below, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.